With ChatGPT becoming more popular, there are some risks users should be aware of. While these conversational models can be extremely helpful to answer questions and solve problems, they are always training on input data. Inputs including source code, personal information, or malicious IPs that are fed to the model could be resurfaced at a later time, causing exposure or data breaches. To combat this, Pangea has developed an open source ChatGPT project that demonstrates how safeguards can be put in place to give your users access to the powerful capabilities of conversational models such as ChatGPT, while still making sure that PII is appropriately redacted, malicious IPs are flagged, and that activity can be recorded to a secure audit log. Here is the GitHub page where you can find the secure ChatGPT application with instructions on how to deploy it. Let's copy over the npx command and replicate the app into a desired directory. The console will prompt for an OpenAI key, a Pangea service token, Pangea domain, and a Pangea authn client token and URL. Once the project is done cloning and all set up, cd into the project and enter npm run dev. Leveraging Pangea's authn service, users sign in or sign up for a new account. The authn service also has features to enable social login with popular services such as Google, and features to protect accounts with multi-factor authentication. The login page is a Pangea React component that is customizable to your branding. On the lower left-hand side, you'll see that the redact, threat intel, and audit logging services are enabled. Developers can adjust these settings in the .env.local file or Pangea service settings. Let's make a few test entries to see how it works. If we enter any personally identifiable information, also known as PII, like a phone number or social security number, that text normally would go straight to OpenAI and be incorporated into the learning model. That data could then resurface at another point in a response to another user. We want to prevent that from happening, so we have to run the input through Pangea's redact service and then make the call to OpenAI. Moving on to threat intel. Sometimes we can't stop malicious data from getting into responses or prompts. Pangea's final layer of defense is our reputation threat intel services. These detect and neutralize the malicious URLs and domain names in the OpenAPI's responses and user inputs. In order to notify you of the URL's malicious status, we change the HTTP to a red HXXP on the UX. Storing what users have posted to ChatGPT allows you to better train your model, feed it more relevant information, and keep an audit log of the history. Going over to Pangea's secure audit log, we can see the history of user prompts. The prompts have already been treated by the redaction service, so we are not storing any PII. If you have any questions, need additional support, or want to share what you've created, check out our community Slack. Our team of developers can't wait to hear from you. We're excited to see what you build next.